So this brings us to the next step, install Git. And you can do this here, which Git, copy that. And now we're going to go over to R, and we should write that inside a terminal. Where do we find a terminal? You go under Tools and Terminal, New Terminal, and then try pasting this. And it says it doesn't even recognize the function, the command, the function which. So actually the prompt doesn't look the way it should be looking. And that is because on this Windows machine, Git is not installed yet. Now, if you're on a Mac, either this will kind of tell you which Git version you have installed, and that means you're good to go. Or then, no, yeah, it will give you this path here, something like this. And if not, you do the next thing, you do Git version. And if you're on a Mac and you enter Git version, then and you don't have Git installed, it will ask you whether you want to install Git, and you just say yes, and that's it. So that's written here. If you're on a Windows machine, and that's why I'm demonstrating this on Windows, then we have to do something else. We go with the highly recommended version, and we go to Git for Windows and install Git for Windows. I'm going to download this, save file, and open it here. Is anything happening? Here's the installer, typical kind of installation. Just say next, okay to everything. Just commit Unix style line index. I think this is what we need. Just leave the defaults on, and yeah, just the defaults everywhere. Take a moment. Okay, finish. Now I don't want this. Let's close this. And we're back here. Let's see, maybe we'll have to do restart. What happens if I do new terminal here? That looks very different, doesn't it? And we can go check under tools, global options, terminal. And now new terminals open with git bash. That's what we want to see. So that looks great. And we're good for now. We have installed Git. So the next step is step 7, introduce yourself to Git. And we could continue it says shell, but it's a terminal. But I think I prefer always doing things in R. So I can actually click on this to copy this to the keyboard. And I go back to RStudio and paste this here. And now I have to edit it, of course. I don't want to be called Jane Doe here. I'll just put my name. And it doesn't really matter what you put here. This is not used for identification. This is more for annotating the changes that you make so people know who has made the change. Whereas what GitHub uses to identify me is this one. So this is really the email address I use to create my account. I have to use this one. Okay, let's see whether this works. Oh, I need to use this first. Install packages, use this. I thought maybe it was already installed, but it wasn't. Okay, here we go. And so now I can submit the same command again. And that's it. Now Git will know who I am. The next step is step 8, install a Git client. It says it's optional, but highly recommended. And I really do also highly recommend it. We'll see later on why. And the one client that this tutorial recommends, and I would agree, is to use GitKraken. It will work on Windows, Mac, or Linux, and it's really user-friendly and everything. So you can search for it, GitKraken, download, and go to that page, and then scroll through the different operating systems. So mine would be Windows 10 64-bit download. I've just downloaded it already to make this a little bit faster, and I'll be installing this now. So once it has installed, it will be asked to sign in. And how do I want to sign in? Now I can sign in with GitHub actually. And continue authorization. I hope it's going to get the right one. Authorization application requires a verified email. So I'll have to do that first, and I'll be right back. So I clicked on verify, and it tells me that they sent me a launch code. And when I go to my email, there is actually that launch code, and I copy that, and let's see whether I can paste it. I can. Oh, it says invalid code. I'll probably have to ask another, resend the code. And let's hope this works. So the second time it worked, I had to ask for another code, but now I'm in and I was able to connect these. So how did we get here? I was trying to install GitKraken. And what's my email? Oops. So let's try again. I want to sign in with my GitHub. And now it works. It's asking, because I did verify my GitHub account, now I can easily authorize this. I'll just say authorize, and oh, okay, next stop. Now, here we go. It just took a little while, but we're done. I have now GitHub and GitKraken are now talking to each other, and I have GitKraken installed. We'll use that later on.